You don't know the power of sci-fi radio.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
We would be honored if you would join us.
All right, it's another Thursday night, which means another episode of Docking Bay 94. We are season 14, episode 45, creeping up on season 15 here. Pretty soon, coming up in like 2 months, I guess. Not too bad. Hey, I am Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby.
It's just a little Donoho.
I'm Colleen Kaylee Crosby.
And we are, we were supposed to be broadcasting on our Twitch feed, our secondary Twitch feed, except it gave me some sort of weirdo error. So.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll give it a try. Sci-Fi.radio just started a Twitch feed, and I will have to check out the settings and stuff. But, you know, something I can do while we're kind of poking around. Oh, and I need the chat, too. I should probably get the chat up and running, so I know what all y'all are saying.
Talking about you.
Ah.
Well, I don't talk about me. I'm boring.
I don't need my headphones since they're not working. Okay.
All right. Oh, that's weird. The chat is usually blue, and now it is dark. It's like a dark gray. Strange. Maybe
it's because it's Revenge of the 7th or something.
Yeah, I don't think Revenge of the 7th is a thing. Somebody said that the 5th is now Cinco de Mando. Although that sounds like you're, trying to get someone to give you something,
Well, Alan says, hey there, and Vicky says, hi guys, and Queen Colleen. I feel like I need to put my Mando crown back on.
Right.
Uh-oh.
It's still right here.
It is. Although, for your upcoming birthday, we got you a new crown.
Yes, but I haven't opened it yet. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Talonthorn is here on Twitch.
Nice.
Talking to Kit. And let's see, Jedi Laureen is over on YouTube.
Excellent.
And that's all the peoples that I see.
People are collecting. They'll get here eventually.
Yeah.
It's so it was May the 4th last week. That was it's like a busy time for Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
It's not equivalent to like Christmas or anything like that. I'm like, what? I'm not entirely sure what it compares to. Easter, maybe?
Arbor Day?
Arbor Day. I didn't plant a tree, but I don't know. Maybe you did.
I wanted to buy a tree, but I didn't.
You wanted to
And
buy
I'm
a tree.
sad.
Yeah.
I would have planted it had I bought it, but I've never planted a tree before. So the Costco near us had avocado trees for $25. And I thought, man, that would be great to have avocados growing right in your backyard. So, but I didn't do it.
She didn't do it.
Yeah, mainly because I didn't want to stand in the line at Costco, I think. It was a pretty long line.
Yeah. I mean, and do you really trust a tree from Costco?
I mean, it would probably cost like $100 anywhere else, so yes, I do.
That's pretty funny.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, let's talk about. I guess nobody did anything this weekend. Jeff worked on his puppet.
Right.
I did some sewing
and
too.
Jeff worked.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I meant
Work.
I worked too.
Yeah.
Not on the weekend, but
I mean, I think in anticipation of May the 4th being a complex day, like we didn't even go to Free Comic Book Day or anything like that, although I do remember talking to someone about it. But I don't remember going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Jerome came over.
Right, that was it.
Yeah.
Talk to him about it.
Like, I remember that too.
Weird. Kelly says, how about it similar to Bastille Day? Yeah, maybe.
I guess.
But May
Sure.
the 4th, if you don't know where it came from and think it is only an internet holiday, May the 4th came from an ad that was placed in the London Evening News by the Conservative Tory party in the UK, who were anticipating a win the following day on May the 4th of Margaret Thatcher. And they were wishing her luck. And it said, like good luck, Maggie, May the 4th be with you. And so in 1979, that was the very first instance that we can track back to May the 4th be with you. All because of this election that was going on in the UK.
Yeah.
Of course, Margaret Thatcher won. So it was a bit of a prescient ad. And that was it. And then, of course, it wasn't until the internet that May the 4th became a huge, huge, huge deal.
Yeah.
Somebody brought it back up, and the internet loves nothing if not a good pun or a bad pun, or really any pun. The internet is easy and has no taste. And here we go. So now it's May the 4th, Cinco de Mando. And Revenge of the 6th.
Well, Phil Keller says, hey, gang.
Hey, Phil.
Hey there.
I didn't mean to, like, stop you from talking. I was just
Yeah, no
inserting
worries.
that.
It's
Keep going.
Kilted Terror says you could just buy an avocado for $1.29 and plant the pit.
Right, but, like, I probably
Well,
buy
Phil
more than
Keller
25
says, hey,
avocados in a
gang.
year.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah.
So, $25, you know,
Yeah.
it would be cheaper in the long run if the gamble worked, because in our backyard, a friend of mine planted 2 trees. I've never planted it, but my friend did. Amy planted a lemon tree and a Meyer lemon tree. And the lemon tree is still going strong. I get lemons from it. You know, there's lemons on it right now. And the Meyer lemon tree died very quickly after it was planted.
Which is too bad, because the other one's really going strong.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess it would be like a 50-50 gamble on whether that would even work if I planted a tree. And Jedi Lorraine gets free avocados from a neighbor who has a tree that hangs over the wall. That's the way to do it, really.
Yes.
Have somebody else do the work and then enjoy it. Except when your neighbor decides to have like Food Forward come and pick the tree. And it's great because it goes to charity.
Right.
But you're sad because there goes your avocado harvest
Right. So the
ability.
yeah, that's a problem. Or in our instance, we have an orange tree that hangs over our backyard from our neighbor, and we pretty much think of those oranges as ours. But so do the squirrels, and the squirrels come and they take a bite and then they throw it away.
Well, also, I am
Boogers?
not sure, but the neighbor isn't speaking to me. Hasn't spoken to me in about, I don't know, 2 years now?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, she hates me, and
She's talking to me though for some reason.
because she needs to have a man that can do her favors. Like, that sounds awful. I mean, like,
Yeah, please don't put it that way.
like jump starting her car,
Right.
or picking up heavy things. Although she made friends with the college students on the other side of her, so they'll probably help her out too.
Yeah, that's fine.
At any rate, after she stopped talking to me, there stopped being as many oranges on our side, and I don't know if it's a coincidence or if she's having her gardener
Come over
somehow-
and grab the oranges.
The only thing I could think is if they came into our yard to do it, but I don't think she'd do that. I have no idea. It's
Hey,
probably just a coincidence.
I think she would be brazen enough to do it.
Yeah, she does come into our front yard to do her gardening of things that hang over onto our side.
Right. She stomps our flower bed area to fix her flower bed area.
Well, but she also knows that we
lovely.
don't. She doesn't actually hurt anything when she does it,
No.
and she's been doing that for years. So, back before she got mad at me and stopped talking to me.
I think Phil Keller is quoting Rocky Horror.
Matt Tillard is here.
Hey, Matt. David Carr popped in. Very cool.
David. I'm sure that is.
Cool.
Dadgummit.
It's interesting. I have Facebook feeds open and they keep crashing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Twitch is fine. YouTube is fine.
I'll try
Facebook is
mine. I
not.
keep hearing it through the mic, like popping up. So
Yeah.
when you do it,
Surprised we're not getting weird
But,
echo from my speaker to my microphone because
no, not really.
weird, huh?
It's a weird tech thing. So we tried to broadcast over on Twitch on the new Sci-Fi .radio audio channel, and that did not happen. So I had to kind of go back and kill it and do whatever. But we seem to be on Sci-Fi .radio, though I haven't actually checked the audio. What happens? Yep, that's the audio. That works. And it says we have a new ticker across the top of our webpage. If you haven't seen the new Sci-Fi .radio webpage, by the way, I really encourage you to go check it out. It is the most professional we have ever looked. I'm very, very pleased with it. Gene has done some very cool and very fun stuff with it. Not to mention that we have good writing and news articles and things on the page anyway. But I feel very comfortable in sending people to our webpage now.
Okay.
Whereas, like before, I'm like, I wish at least we kind of looked like, Gizmodo or something. But we do. We look really cool now, and so I feel really great about sending people over to our site, going, "Hey, check our stories," which is terrific.
Cool.
I was going to go look at Facebook before I got
So
rudely
anyway, we
interrupted
should.
myself.
It's the Docking Bay 94 Facebook feed that is not working for me.
Oh, okay.
The Sean Facebook feed. Oh no, it's locked up again.
Well, let me go check. Maybe
Oh.
it's you.
It
Yeah,
might be me.
it's whenever I use it doesn't want to work either.
I think
so.
I need to restart my computer.
The
I've been
the
having a
chat
lot of
feed
glitches lately.
the chat feed doesn't work for me, but everything the videos work.
No, we're plugging along. I see live.
Cool.
I see live subtitles going on.
Well, if somebody
Oh, hey,
says
Mike.
something to me in
Matt.
Facebook, I may not see it. Just to let you guys know. So I'm not ignoring you. I just having problems.
And
with it.
I'll try to keep a look on it. I get the Facebook feed
I
over
can't
here
see them
too.
all. Facebook.
David says that he's got a local event where two Star Wars actors are coming to do a signing. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Okay, this has got to be business.
Should we talk about May the 4th?
Surely. It everybody celebrates in a different way. And by the way, celebrating May the 4th does not mean that you are not celebrating
May the
25th. So that is Orthodox Star Wars Day. We all know that. That's the day Star Wars came out. Star Wars, no subtitle, no number. So it's cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, why ignore a cool party, right? So you can celebrate May the 4th too. It's okay. Nobody's going to fault you for it. It doesn't make you less OG.
And you can always celebrate Life Day too. Don't forget
Right.
that.
Well, Life Day is just a completely different thing.
Yeah.
That's we're all systems go for Life Day. No problemo. And that's in November, so you got quite a distance between Star Wars Day and Life Day.
Right.
Yeah.
2 holidays.
It's 6 months apart, so I think that's good. It's a nice balance
Yeah.
in the year. So May the 4th, who did what?
Well, you got up earliest, Sean, so I kind of
okay.
feel like you should start talking.
Yeah, I was
Golly.
very kindly asked by Boba-Kit to come do an event with a friend of ours who is a cameraman over at KABC Television. He's also a 501st member, and dresses as a stormtrooper, and so they wanted some folks down there early for the KABC Channel 7 streaming news show, which was really cool. So we had Vader, 2 stormtroopers. Randy came down as a pilot. Kit was a Jedi. I was Obi-Wan Kenobi. And Greg was one of the stormtroopers whom Jeff works with. It was actually a really terrific kind of fun thing. And basically, I just talked about the costumed clubs and what we do, and the newscaster, the host, like just completely geeked out, which is always really fun. And so that was getting up at 5, driving to the station by 6. I was on time. But Kit's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm at the guard shack, because the guard shack lady wouldn't let me through. Not because I looked suspicious, but because she was checking out the car. And then we were ready to do the show by 7, which we did. I think we got out of there at about 8:30 by the time everybody got changed and whatnot. And then Kit and I came to grab Colleen from home. And
which I appreciated.
We all then went to the Disneyland Resort, where we were going to go to Disneyland for May the 4th, and Kit was going to hang out and go to an Angels game later that night, and get a ride home from her brother who works at Disneyland. And so, it was this lots of pieces in motion kind of a deal. We were meeting friends down there. Colleen had to make a business call.
I did.
In the middle of the morning. So we didn't get into the park until later, at 12:30 maybe? No.
It was even later than that, because my call was at 12:30. And then we went down to, and I have to tell you guys, it was so kind. I went to the Disneyland Hotel to make my call, and I needed, because I was making a Zoom call on my phone, I didn't have any way to take notes. And the reason I had to be on the call was to take notes. And so I went to the front desk of the Disneyland Hotel, and they gave me 2 pens that said Disneyland Hotel on it, and a piece of paper, and they offered me 2 different sizes of paper, too. I took just a regular piece. And then Kit guided me to a great place to sit quietly, and I was able to take my meeting, although someone else came to take a call at the same time, but we didn't end up conflicting with each other, so that was great.
Oh, that's good.
But after the call, we went over to Sandwich Land.
Right. Well, prior to the call, we had gone to the Star Wars Trading Outpost, which is in downtown Disney, and we went and looked around to see what they had that was new for May the 4th. The big new thing that they installed is a photo ID booth. They have 6 different IDs, and for $15 an ID, you can take a picture in the photo booth. It will print your ID of choice on clear acrylic. It will put your face in a costume. So if you get the X-Wing fighter one, it'll put your face in the X-Wing pilot costume, and then all of your information that you put in, and all shows up on the ID. And they're actually pretty cool. I think they come with a lanyard, and they're fun kind of role play, cosplay sort of things, which are kind of cool.
But the line was really long.
It was insane, and it had been. It opened a few days prior. And it had gone, like, out the outpost and around the corner and down the way. And
I don't think I've ever seen crowds like that at the outpost. Even, I think maybe from the first time it opened, it was that crowded, but I'd never seen it that crowded.
Yeah, it was that, or if they had a special lightsaber. But usually what happens is that you can just bypass that if you're not interested in whatever the line is for, which we did. So we just kind of like walked in, and Colleen solved my birthday problem for me. One of the things I had been talking to Judy about was getting something for Colleen that was sort of a special release on May the 4th. Which was a helmet for Princess Leia's bounty hunter, Boosh. There's this very high-end bounty hunter, very high-end helmet series that they make that are really terrific. Like the Darth Vader helmet is 3 separate pieces that all comes apart like it does in the movie. They put details on the inside of the helmet, which is hysterical because you can't really see it. And the quality is really good. And in this case, because it's supposed to be leather on the outside of the helmet, they put some, soft goods vinyl pleather something on the outside on it, and they really did a good job with it. So Colleen's like, yes, let's get it.
I've wanted this costume forever, you guys, but the problem with this as a gift is that now I have to make the costume.
Right, and it's going to be the kind of joint effort that some of our costumes tend to be, which is I'm going to do the hard parts, the hard material parts, like the armor, and she's going to do the soft goods, like the sewing. So it's going to be a thing. But of course, now we've got a year before Star Wars Celebration crops up.
Well, if we get to go.
Right. That's a discussion for later in the show, for sure.
Right. Kit, just to interrupt Sean, Kit said that they installed a second booth.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And also, if you only wanted to get a May the 4th be with you little picture, if you go over to the Disneyland Hotel, there's a photo booth over there, and one of the choices for the little 4-photo strip that you get is a May the 4th be with you with Grogu as the border.
And that was more like a standard photo booth.
Yeah, standard.
Yeah. I think the biggest issue with this is that the booth itself prints out the ID badges, whereas if there were like a separate printer next to it, I think you could like just send it over there and then start on the next person. It might make the line move a little faster. 2 booths is terrific. But the thing that amazes me, like I said, these are $15 a pop, and people are getting all 6. And it's like, whoa. They are very well done, and I love that they're translucent. They're really cool. And as a cosplay thing, they're pretty spiffy. So, I can see the value in them. But, I don't need to be all of those things. Like, I could pick one. That would be fun. But not so much with that. But anyway, they had a couple other offerings in there, too, that a lot of people were trying to get to. And that made it kind of easy. So we bought Colleen the helmet, and I took it back to the car while she went and had her meeting.
Yeah,
in the hotel. And
great for me because I didn't have to walk back to the car.
Right. She made it up to me today by carting 4 cartons of ice cream home from the market.
Okay, so the reason why we bought 4 cartons of ice cream is that it's my grandfather's birthday. He is no longer with us. He died in 1984. But I like to have an ice cream cone in his honor. And our favorite place to have ice cream cones used to be Thrifty or Rite Aid at the Thrifty ice cream counter. And those have all gone away. We don't have any. I think there is a Thrifty ice cream counter still in existence, not in a Rite Aid, but it's like 30 minutes away from us. I don't have time for that. Ooh. So we went to the grocery store and bought Thrifty ice cream at the grocery store and ice cream cones. However, my favorite thing to get at Thrifty personally is a scoop of fudge brownie with walnuts and a scoop of butter pecan together so that you get like this buttery chocolate flavor. And so I insisted on having 2 containers of ice cream, and I could not deny Sean from having his 2 favorites. Since I was going first, so we ended up with 4 containers of ice cream.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Yeah.
But yeah, of course we saved ice cream for after the show because we didn't warn Jeff to go get his own Thrifty's ice cream.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. We went to lunch at Earl of Sandwich, which was fine. We met Judy and her son Bernard. And ate, and then got updates for the rest of our friends who were coming, and eventually went into the park.
Good.
Met up with our friend. I don't know if you are stand-up comedian fans, but Jackie Cation is sort of nerd-centric comedy. Does something called The Dork Forest is her podcast, and she's always a lot of fun hanging around with. And we've known her husband, Andy, for quite some time, and
and we were at their wedding.
I think I DJ'd their wedding.
Nice. You did.
And at the long gone Empress Pavilion, sadly. But we met up with them, and they're always a lot of fun. And because like we're always bouncing jokes off of each other, and we're talking about nerd stuff, and it was a good crowd. So we did a lot of that during the day. Anything of note for you, Colleen, during the day part before you guys had to leave because of Star Wars night?
It was very sweet that Bernard made sure that I got to go on the rides that I really wanted to, because the last time we had gone to Disneyland, I wanted to ride the train, and we just didn't fit it in. And the Haunted Mansion, we went to ride that, and it closed before we got there.
Yeah.
And so I mentioned that I would like to do those things, and he made it a priority of our group that we go and do the things that I want to do. So I thought that was
very kind
of him.
He's a good kid.
Yeah, he is. And so we got to go on the train. We got to go on the Haunted Mansion. We met Andy and Jackie at Hungry Bear, and then went over to Rise of the Resistance, and that was fun. Mm-hmm. And then we also went. What did we do after Rise of the Resistance? We went shopping.
Yeah, we went shopping, checked out all the
Galaxy's
kind of new
Edge.
stuff that was going on. But my difficulty is that of course everybody was there for May 4th, and so like I couldn't get very far without seeing somebody that I knew and getting stopped to talk. Plus, to confound that, because I was going to Star Wars night that night, I let people on my Facebook page vote on my costume, what I was going to wear. So I gave them the choice of Skywalker the Gray, which is Luke's work clothing on his little island in Episode 8. Skywalker the White, which was the one from the end of Episode 7, which is his sort of formal Jedi meditation robes. Obi-Wan Kenobi, like Ewan McGregor style, prequel style, or old Ben Kenobi from Episode 4. And since they just redid they just redid Galaxy's Edge to be more original trilogy oriented, everyone's like, well, you have to go as old Ben, which I did. And so it was a little dangerous because people kept asking for pictures, and I'm like, yes, you can have a picture as long as you understand that, I'm here on a ticket like you, and I don't work for the park. We were on our way to Tomorrowland, actually, and one group was this like really crazy, chaotic group that were all goofing around, and they flagged me down and said, can we have a picture? And I said, yes. And I went and stood in the picture with them because I knew that's not what they meant. And they're like looking like I'm nuts, and I'm like, I'm just a guest here too, and I'm just goofing off with you. Give me your camera. And I went and took a picture of them, just what they originally wanted. So I'm still kind of laughing about that.
Nice.
It made me laugh. I'm sure they're confused as hell. They're like showing their vacation pictures. I don't know who this dude is.
We ended up going on the rockets in Tomorrowland.
The Astro Orbiter.
The Astro Orbiter.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
I haven't been on that in years.
And it didn't quite work for us either.
Well, because there were three of us. Jackie wanted to go on it, and everybody started going towards it, but then only the three of us, Jackie and Sean and I, wanted to ride on it. And so we go to get on it, and the woman who's running the ride says, well, there's only 2 rockets left this round.
You're going to have to share.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to share. So Sean and I were like, oh, yeah, we'll share, no problem. Yeah, as you get older, your legs don't bend the way they do when you're younger. And so it was really quite a challenge for me to get into that rocket ship and sit in Sean's lap. And it pretty much felt like we were going to be pitched out. I mean, I got in and I had the seatbelt on and everything, but it kind of took me longer. I couldn't get my leg to move the right way to get out of the thing, and it didn't help that I was wearing boots. So, yeah, it was kind of a challenge, and then it ended up being scarier than I remember because it kind of felt like we were going to be pitched out over the side.
Which it always has. And I got to tell you, though, when we were kids, this was a much more frightening ride because it used to be called the Rocket Jets, and it used to be up above the entrance to the People Mover. So the entrance to the People Mover was like 30 feet up, and then there was another 10-foot platform, and then this rocket was up on top of it. And so when you had to take an elevator up, and it was all very much modeled after like a Saturn V kind of deal. And so you would take this thing all the way up, and they would do like 12 people at a time. You would each get in a rocket. You would go in circles. And then, of course, the function of the ride is you pull back on the stick, and it raises you up on an arm. It's like the Dumbo ride with rockets. And it, by putting it up on top of the People Mover, you ended up like 60 feet in the air. And that was scary as hell when you were a kid because...
Well, I didn't think that this one would be scary because it's not that high.
Right, exactly. And yet it still managed to be really scary, which was kind of crazy. So, which was fun. I appreciate rides like that. There are rides that I won't go on like that Colleen will, like the Zephyr over at California Adventure, which is like a big rocket ship on chains, and they just swing you in a circle. And that freaks me the hell out. This one, not so much. Once I get past the sort of initial roller coaster fear that I've got, which is really funny. So,
we ended up at Carnation Restaurant, Carnation Gardens for dinner, and I was allowed to get the kids' meal, and so I got the kids' hamburger meal, which was really good. I was really surprised. Although somehow I don't understand this, but adults are not allowed to have the beverage that comes with it. Because I asked whether I could have chocolate milk instead of vanilla or plain milk, and they said you're not allowed to have any milk.
Right, you don't get any milk.
You have to buy a beverage, and I'm like, okay, well then I just want water. I didn't really want the milk anyway.
Right.
So, but it came with a seasonal vegetable, which happened to be broccoli, and seasonal fruit. And it was exactly the amount of food that I like to eat. And the hamburger was way better than, like a McDonald's kids meal burger. So.
Yeah,
cool.
I was a little jealous. I got a chef salad, which was like not bad, but it was giant, and it was like too many eggs and too much ham and too much of the stuff, and like there was almost no lettuce in there, as if lettuce was like really expensive. It was really strange.
There's a lot of bacon because I stole a piece of Sean's bacon and put it on my burger.
And I do want to give a huge thumbs up to the Carnation corner there, because they did at the last minute allow us to add 2 people to our reservation, which was
crazy.
Quite shocking. Don joined us, and he brought his friend Susan, and
they're both here right now. Hi, Don and Susan.
Oh, hi! I didn't see Susan come in. I saw Don.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
She is gold.
Oh, there she is!
Too,
Yay!
think,
Hey.
Susan.
Anyway, they were my company for Star Wars night, which I'll talk about in a minute.
So then after dinner, we were going to go on Star Tours. And we didn't kind of have enough time, so Andy and Jackie just ran over and did that, and the rest of us shopped around on Main Street, and our group broke up because Sean and Dawn and Susan went off, and the rest of us went over to California Adventure for an ice cream before we went home, calling it a good day. And that was my last Disney trip, probably until Life Day.
Well, unless something interesting crops up.
Yeah.
We'll see. But Colleen had one of the sort of SoCal resident tickets. That
The one that you get for 3 days.
yeah, it
that's
lets you do
just a
3
huge
days
discount.
within a time frame, and it ends in like a week or two.
Yeah.
So she had to make this trip or make one more in the next couple of weeks to make sure she got her full complement of admissions.
Before you start talking about what happened on
Disney After Dark.
Disney After Dark. Sorry, my brain. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say something that happened to me on the 4th that was just coincidental. It doesn't have to do with Star Wars or
Okay.
Disneyland. So when Sean got up super early in the morning, the turtle woke up. And the turtle was like, I want somebody to feed me right now. And so she starts banging on her tank.
This is Gamera.
And yeah.
Because
Gamera.
we do have 2 turtles in the house.
And generally making a nuisance of herself. So I ended up getting up and starting my day much earlier than usual. And so even after logging into work and answering some emails, I still had time before Sean came back to get me. And so I opened up the LA Public Library app, and it informed me that that day was like Los Angeles Reads Day or something like that, so that they wanted everybody to read the same book, and so everybody had access to it for, I guess, for that day only, because it's no longer available for everybody right now.
Oh.
But at any rate, the book is George Takei's They Called Us Enemy. And it's a graphic novel, and it talks about George Takei's life and his time in Manzanar, the camp for Japanese people who were interred from California
World War
and
II.
yeah, all over the Pacific coast during World War II. And what's funny for me is that in this graphic novel, they talk about how George's parents got married in City Hall, and in Los Angeles, in April 20th of 1937, he was born, and they show some houses, and it says Boyle Heights, Los Angeles. And I'm going to hold my phone up.
Oh wait,
So
here,
you
hold on,
guys
let me
can see it.
Let me switch you over to your
All right.
your camera here.
Tell me if that's aimed correctly.
Yeah, I can
because-
see that. That looks pretty good.
Can you see the frame that I'm talking about?
Yeah, the center
Okay.
frame there that shows a little neighborhood.
So those
Yep.
houses that they're showing in that frame is actually the Heritage Square Museum. And the first house on this side is the Colonial Dame Society house. The one all the way on this side is the Shaw House. And then the one in the middle is the Hale House that Sean and I lived in when we were caretakers of this museum. And this museum was not open yet in 1937. Oh, sorry, in 1937. And also, those 3 houses never existed next to each other until the museum opened in the 60s.
Right. So keep that picture in mind, and look.
Are you going to
look
switch to the...
at this picture?
So I can put it down now?
Yes, you can put
Okay.
it down.
My arm.
So this is essentially the picture they used to draw that picture. And the
gotcha.
the center house here, which is called the Hale House and is from 1888, I believe. Colleen and I lived in the 2nd floor, so the pink and red level up there on the house, that was our apartment, basically. And so we lived in this house with all of its sort of old school idiosyncrasies. Its seemingly haunted activity in the house, which was always kind of fun. And I worked at the museum for quite a while Colleen worked in the offices of the museum for quite a while. And you hear me talk about going to work at Mattel Toys. This is what I did right before we went to work for Mattel Toys.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Actually, he went to work for Mattel Toys while we were living there.
right. And we
Yeah.
sort of like bailed
But that's
out
when
from
we
there.
moved into this area because of Mattel Toys.
Yeah, and if you're a
Okay.
Legoland fan and you travel to Legoland in Billund, the first Legoland, they actually have a Lego version of this center house too. which is super cool. I kind of want to go just because they have it.
Yeah, I want to go for the Lego restaurant where you build your own menu items and submit it, and it comes on
And
a
robots bring you your food. Yeah.
Canis Transapiens mentioned something that I did not know about the Japanese internment during World War II, is that the citizens of Hawaii were not interred. Just the Pacific Coast citizens. And
Right.
I believe that a lot of that has to do with the successful farming that was being done by Japanese citizens,
Yep.
and the fact that the non-Japanese farmers wanted to steal their farms, which they did.
Right. Well, and
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
a lot of businesses and things were targets of opportunity for people here in California for sure. While basically all the Japanese people had to abandon their livelihoods, and
And-
it was bought
Yeah.
for pennies on the dollar.
And I do recommend this graphic novel. It is good. I haven't finished it actually because I've been busy since Monday, but I would recommend getting it. And you can do a digital download the way I did from the LA Public Library or your local library. Just make sure you have Libby on your phone, connect it up to your library, and you can get books on your phone.
Oh, okay. Nice.
If you're watching the chats, Kit posted the interview bit that we did for KABC Channel 7.
Oh, fun.
It seemed to go so fast, but it was really like 7.5 minutes long, that whole piece. It was crazy. It flew by. I think just because I was like on adrenaline trying to think fast to answer his questions. But yeah, it was that was really pretty cool. We had a great day, and it was really
Okay.
fun to be part of it. And Kit's got some good video captures of it, which are terrific. So
Cool.
she posted those in Twitch, and I'll tell you what, I will copy them to every other thing too, so it'll reappear in Twitch again, but it'll also show up in some of these other ones. So for Facebook and that kind of thing. So there you go.
Yep.
Oh,
that's
this
it.
is weird.
What's weird?
I just realized why I wasn't seeing Facebook. Because the video that I'm linking to through Facebook is last week's show.
Oh, well, that would be a problem.
Yeah, that would do it.
That's pretty funny.
Wacky.
Yeah. I just can't look at the chat on Facebook because it won't update. So I can see the video. Just not the chat.
Stupid technology.
Yeah,
Grr.
I have no idea why. How it is.
So Disney After Dark.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
hear
you
about
can.
it.
All right. So Don was very, very kind to invite me along with him to Disney After Dark on May the 4th. So making it kind of a long day. So I started my day at 5 a.m. getting up, and Disney After Dark goes to 1 a.m. And so I was anticipating a pretty long day. And a lot of people came out for May the 4th. We saw lots and lots of people that we knew running around all day long. Many of whom were not staying for the party afterwards. That said, though, it was jam-packed. And specifically, it was jam-packed in Galaxy's Edge. Anywhere else in the park was much lighter. Like, for example, I went over to visit Jeff in the Autopia. And I got in line, walked down the stairs, and there was like one group ahead of me getting in a car, and they took off, and Jeff's like, getting 3. And I'm like, okay, getting 3. Take off. And it's raining a little bit. And
little sprinkles.
I've got the car to myself, so the track is slick, and there's nobody in front of me to bump into. There's nobody behind me to bump into me. I had so much fun. It was awesome. And so I'm like sliding around the track, having a pretty good time. Pull back in, and Jeff is there. One of the stormtroopers from that morning, Greg is there. And
Yeah, he's the lead.
yeah, and I spent, I think, like 15 minutes just talking to you guys because nobody was coming on the Autopia.
No.
There was
it's-
a woman there who was working who came over to say hi because I was dressed like Obi-Wan Kenobi. And we just kind of sat there kind of BSing for a while. And maybe in 15 minutes, 5 people came in to do the ride. It was insane.
Yeah.
There was like nobody going on. So
Yep.
everywhere else in the park, unless it was Star Wars related, like you were going to go on Hyperspace Mountain, the Star Wars themed Space Mountain ride, or Star Tours or something like that. Or, although even Star Tours was 5 minutes, like walk on, go on the ride,
Yeah.
get off. So, and those guys were phoning it in too, because in the Rebel spy thing, they used a file photo of a woman. Like they didn't even bother to pick anyone out of the crowd.
Of course.
And but oh my gosh, Galaxy's Edge was crazy, and that is where our night went wrong. And I fully lay this at the feet of Disney. And in fact, I called them today to complain about it. So what happened is after dinner, we went from Carnation Gardens. We went down to not Carnation Gardens, Carnation Corner. We went to City Hall, and Susan had to get her Magic Band reset so that she could use it.
Oh.
So City Hall reset it, and we spent probably too long.
It's Carnation Cafe.
Thank you. We probably spent too long joking around with the cast member there in City Hall, but they were cool. We got Susan a button and just generally kind of goofing off. And they had suggested, and this was a brilliant suggestion. Boy, if you want a special tip for something like one of these after dark nights. So while we were there during the day, people were lining up at 3 in these insanely long lines to get into the event and get their credentials and stuff. Galaxy's Edge was completely impacted by all these people, one of the exits, trying to get their credentials and get signed in. What they suggested that we do at City Hall was just to walk out the exit and walk right back in. And that's exactly what we did. We didn't wait in a line. We walked right through the gate. They gave us our lanyard and badge. They gave us our wristband, the map, basically the freebies they were handing out that night. We just rolled right back in. And it was easy. It was crazy. The other thing is that they give you this lanyard and this badge, which is cool, but you don't have to wear it. So if you're in costume, you can put it in your bag, and you can just use the wristband. And then you don't have to have the badge and all your pictures and that kind of thing, which is pretty cool. So anyway, we got in and we started making our way over to Galaxy's Edge, which we did. Dawn was trying to get a reservation at the Cantina, which was they reinstated reservations for that night for the special events, and he managed to score one for us, which was great. We went into the shop, which was on the other side of the Millennium Falcon. If you know Galaxy's Edge well, you know that on the east side of the Millennium Falcon is a backstage area that is line overflow for Smuggler's Run. And it's full of Star Wars painted cargo containers like you see on a ship. And it's kind of like a little maze back there. And what they did is that was their merch store. And so they had helmets, T-shirts, pins, light up lightsaber swizzle sticks, like all of this kind of cool stuff over there. And they had a really neat holocron that's like the grand holocron. It's like this big giant dodecahedron thing that's like super cool. They had all these really, really neat stuff. Colleen's Bouche helmet was back there. And the idea was that you would go and you could get all your Star Wars stuff in one spot. And then they had a little photo op with the Anzellans, which was super cool. They have a little ship in the movie, I guess, and so they had a couple of them in the little ship that you could stand next to and take a picture of, and things like that. And we ran into some friends. Our friend Aki was there, hanging out, and it was pretty great. And we had done what we needed to do. Dawn made a purchase, and we started to walk out. And there was a show that was starting. I think it started at 9:00, and it was the projection that they always show in Galaxy's Edge, the Skywalker saga. And we got stuck. And so what happened is this area filled with guests, and the walkway, which had been taped off, no stanchions, no ropes, just tape. It had all been taped off, and people filled it. People in strollers, people in scooters, people standing. We got part of the way out through the crowd, and then the show started, and we couldn't move. And it was Dawn and myself and Susan and a friend of ours who's a cast member, who's a big guy. He couldn't get through. And as a cast member, people would not part for him. They wouldn't let him through, which I think is pretty terrible. And so we got stuck for 20 minutes watching this presentation. And it's not like it's a bad presentation. It's just, A, not what we wanted to do, and 2, put us in an extremely claustrophobic situation surrounded by people where we couldn't move, we couldn't sit, there was nothing to lean on, there was no way to support yourself. We hadn't planned for this. This was not a thing we were going to do. So my leg is shaking because I'm standing, and it's like having twitches and stuff. It's affecting Dawn. Susan got to see the show at least, which I don't think she'd seen before, so at least that was something, but it wasn't the optimum viewing point. Anyway, it was frustrating. It was really, really frustrating. And finally, the thing ended, and it still took us a number of minutes to get through this crowd and out. It ended at like 9:20. I think we got out of the crowd at like 9:30, and finally started making our way towards Docking Bay 9, which is where Kylo Ren's ship is. And so the idea with that was that we were going to get through all of that. We were going to go to the new surplus store by the ship, where there should be lots of space because everybody's waiting for Darth Vader to show up or something. So I made it into the store, and there was lots of space. Our thinking was sound, but Don didn't quite make it. He went down. His knee gave out. And so he kind of got in a bit of a scrape, which was really a bummer, to the point where we had to get him seated. We called a nurse and a security guard over. And man, 2 big, huge thumbs up to security guy Greg, who ended up taking Don in a pushchair from Galaxy's Edge all the way around backstage to Mickey and Friends, and getting him to his car in Mickey and Friends. So that was I don't know, a half hour into the event. The event started at 9.
Yeah.
They ended the night at 8. The event started at 9. By 9:30, Dawn was down for the count. So that was a bummer. I actually called Disney today to see if there was anything they could do about it. And they're like, nope, sorry, out of luck. But and one of the reasons I'm so frustrated about this is because I organize Life Day. I've organized other overlay events there too, but I've organized Life Day, which has a pretty reasonable crowd of people. And we're always a roadblock. We are always potentially a problem. And so when we set things up within our event, we make sure that there's always a pathway. People leave a clear path for cast members to get in and out of the doors that we're blocking, to get around us. And I always put myself in a position where I'm not completely surrounded by the crowd, because I get a little claustrophobic about that. So like waiting for that show to end was a little frustrating. And I really throw this one at Disney's feet. I think they didn't plan for the crowds in there, especially putting the store in an area where there was no second exit. If someone had yelled fire or some other thing that caused a stampede, it would have been horrifying. It would have been absolutely terrible. So that was not cool, and I feel really bad. I was there at as a guest of Don. He was super kind to invite me, and then he didn't get to participate. And it just made me mad. It bummed me
Yeah.
out. I mean, on one hand, yeah, okay, we got to go backstage. That was kind of interesting. In the here's a thing I've never done before kind of a deal.
Okay,
But-
yeah, actually, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have actually been back there before, but and I ended up going back in, talking to the ladies in the store, and letting them know that we got Don safely to his car. Susan drove him home, which was great. So thank goodness she was there. I was a little bummed out because when I went into the store to talk to the ladies there, a friend of mine was there dressed in the costume that Susan had been working on that she didn't get done. Her dress didn't arrive in time, I don't think. And she was going to do Holdo. And I mean, she looked great anyway. Her fallback dress was an R2D2 dress, and it was glorious.
Yeah.
But my friend Pat was there in her Holdo, and I would have loved to have introduced the two. Would have been really great. And anyway, of course I saw a whole bunch of people I knew and things like that. But the whole thing was really tempered by the fact that Don didn't get to enjoy his night. So I have registered my displeasure at the crowd control that was there, as did our cast member friend. And I gave kudos to both our friend and to Greg, the security guy, whom I saw again when I went back in and said thanks again. But I made sure that they were both acknowledged for services above and beyond at City Hall.
Yeah.
And because, I mean, they really did. But it just wasn't very cool. You know, wasn't that nice?
No, you think they'd handled the crowd a little better, and they should have.
Yeah.
I mean, they should have had a pathway to get around the crowd. That's just a minor thing you have to do for all guest control.
They tried, and I'll tell you another quick event in a second. While I'm looking at this, and we're sort of at the top of the hour, let me jump in and remind you that you're listening to sci-fi.radio. Which is sci-fi for your Wi-Fi. That's over on the internet. That's our URL, sci-fi.radio. You could also be watching us on Facebook or Twitch or YouTube. This show is called Docking Bay 94 or DB94 for short. You don't have to say the whole thing. And we're grateful to everybody over in the chat who's hanging out, who's listening right now. I'm Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby.
This is Jeff Donoho.
I'm Colleen Kaylee Crosby.
And we're talking about all the crazy Star Wars stuff that happened this weekend. Which has been nuts. And we haven't even, we got the big one coming up still. So we have to talk about Star Wars Celebration tickets, which we haven't done yet. But yeah, the talking about the crowd control at Star Wars Night on May the 4th. I have been there and I have helped. I have been pressed into service by Disney cast members as a reliable guest assistant for events like we did Ahsoka Night there, and it was like January 26th or something, and Ashley Eckstein was there.
She was in fact at Disneyland on May the 4th.
Oh, she was.
Yeah, it was in Disney World.
I'm sad I didn't see her.
Yeah, she took a picture with fans who had lightsabers in front of the castle.
Terrific. I don't know. I don't know how I missed her. So she came out for a special day, and she was specifically there to interact with fans. They opened up that back area where they put the store, which is that line overflow area, and they brought something like 2,000 people in there. And there were people all over the place, like just as usual, around the Millennium Falcon. And they had to block off some areas for walkways and things. And then what they would do is they would bring people out in groups. Ashley would say hi and spend like 10 minutes with each group, take pictures with them, and then move on to the next one. It was really nice, and she was very kind to give so much time to do it. And that went really well. And like I said, they had lots of cast members everywhere. They were genuinely excited to see me show up because they're like, okay, you've worked with us before. Please help us. which I was glad to do. Anytime I can help the cast members, I'm very glad to do it. And everything just went so smoothly and swimmingly, and I know that they can do this. And there are, unlike many places in the park, and Jeff gets stuck working these areas sometimes, they put up stanchions and ropes and things and keep the crowd moving and out of certain areas and that kind of thing. There's nothing like that in Galaxy's Edge. Galaxy's Edge is just a big cement patio, and they need stanchions on stands or they need something because they need to keep people out of these walkways. They could have completely avoided this whole thing. So anyway, hopefully, Dawn, you're feeling a bit better. The next time you make it to Disneyland with Susan, and if you're going to do Galaxy's Edge and stuff, hit me up. Let me know. I'll be glad to come and help be a guide, which I was kind of looking forward to. And Don and I don't get to hang out at Disneyland a lot. Every once in a while we get to do it. So I was really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of a bummer. And I feel like, and it's not like I'm suggesting a lawsuit against Disney or something, but I feel it's their fault. I feel like it was, and I'm not the only one who was complaining about the crowd. There was somebody next to us who was hysterical. He was like, the wife was guarding the stroller, and the guy next to us was like, "I'd really appreciate it if you didn't bump this stroller," while the giant loud projection thing was going on. I'm like, well, if your kid's still sleeping, I'm impressed. And it was tempting to come back to him and go, well, I would really appreciate it if you didn't crowd me because I'm a little claustrophobic. So back up, dude. Anyway, it just like put a sad pall over what was supposed to be a very cool event. And so I'll be grumpy about it for a while, and until Don tells me that he's feeling better, and then I'll probably let it go. Yeah. So feel better, Don. It was really a bummer.
I was pressed into crowd control that night, so for part of it. My shift was Nemo, and then for 3 hours I was doing crowd control in Tomorrowland for
Space
basically the for park clear out. Basically, it's just like making sure that everyone had a wristband.
Sure.
So, and everywhere was fine except for the one spot. They had me stand in this one spot by the stupid Tomorrowland Terrace, fast food. Stand on this ramp. I'm like, okay, and like it was just because there's some people trying to sneak in right here. I'm like who? So I just stood there for I don't know how long. I'm like, okay. Thank goodness I'm getting a bump out soon because I don't want to stand here any longer. But yeah, I don't like standing around when I'm working. I like actually do something.
It feels boring. So yeah. Dawn, by the way, if you're watching the chat, Dawn mentioned that he's got surgery next week. This is not related to the Disney thing. This is a completely separate pre-planned surgery that's coming up. So it is not because
is that for the pinched nerve he's talking about?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Gotcha.
But it was just dumb, Yeah. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes dumb things happen. But I feel like this could have been avoided. So. I think so. That's it. There's always next year, I guess. It's like they're done with Disney After Dark days. Because I actually called Disney and I said, look, is there anything you can do about getting this guy a ticket to go to another Disney After Dark day? And they're like, no, because they're done. I guess the last one was last night. So
yeah, pretty much. They're going into doing grad nights. Come this week.
Grad night, really?
But yeah,
that seems early.
But that's actually at DCA, not Disneyland. But
right,
still.
right. Yeah, grad night's a completely different animal.
Yep. Yeah.
I
work at Disneyland, so I'm not too worried about it.
Mine were at Disneyland, and I was both a guest and I have also been a chaperone at grad night, where you have to police your
Gotcha.
kids and make sure that they aren't bringing in booze and doing things
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
They have the dress code back then. I don't know if they do it anymore.
No, less so, but oh my God, the
Many
dress
years ago.
code. You had to, in the 80s, it was great though, because everybody was wearing like a, skinny tie and a jacket. And yeah,
Yeah.
God, it was great. And they had
Yep.
bands like Oingo Boingo and Weird Al Yankovic. And, oh, such good stuff.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I remember doing that, working those nights when I last worked at Disneyland, and that was interesting because we had, we had a trailer
yeah.
that basically had all these suits in it and stuff, and I guess dresses even for girls,
Wow.
but mostly just suits and such, because sometimes people would show up and they wouldn't have shoes.
Yeah.
Like they'd have flip flops on or something stupid.
Wait, they
on, and
didn't
then
have
or, like,
shoes?
A pair of shorts.
No, they wear
Yeah.
open-toed shoes
Oh,
or
okay.
something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
that-
we had to have all that stuff, and we'd have to get these kids in outfits. And
the Magic Castle does that. They're like, your
Yeah.
jacket sucks. Take ours.
yeah,
Before
So,
we
that's
go
what they
on
did.
to talk about the Star Wars Celebration Madhouse, I want to have Colleen try this thing here. She got me a soda. I'm a huge fan of novelty sodas.
Oh, okay.
And so she got me this, which is creamy coconut Dr. Pepper.
okay.
And I wanted her to try it before I drank it all.
Okay.
She's making a face.
Oh, see if they.
Well,
that might explain
it's
everything. It's
actually
probably too
pretty
sweet.
good. But it tastes like if you were drinking Dr. Pepper and putting on
Suntan lotion.
suntan lotion at the same time.
Yep. Yeah, completely.
It's like you're at the beach.
Right. So it tastes like Dr. Pepper, but it's more of the smell of like Coppertone or something. It's got Hawaiian Tropic.
Wow.
It's got
Yeah,
that-
Hawaiian Tropic, not Coppertone.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I actually like it, but I have no taste, as you will know if
Gotcha.
you have watched this show for any reasonable amount of time.
No, I actually like it. So I think it's much
Okay,
better than
that's
some of
good.
the other ones that you've tried.
Yes, we got one a while back that was supposed to be some sort of cherry float,
It was disgusting.
and it was not good.
Ugh.
All right.
I like they had a blackberry one sometime.
Oh, the
That was
blackberry one was so good. It was really terrific.
good.
And then, of course, there was like what Dr. Pepper 10,
Yeah.
which Jeff and
Yeah,
I
that's what we lived on.
we lived on, going across country, going to one of the Star Wars celebrations in the Star Wars cars. Every time we would stop in the South, we would look for this Dr.
I've never
Pepper
even
10.
heard of Dr. Pepper.
Because
10.
it was like limited to the South or something. Like it was just happened to be like, New Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, wherever we were going
Yeah,
through.
something. Yeah.
They had it. Yeah, but it was like, I think it was diet. I think it was like 10 calories and
Yeah,
all the caffeine.
basically. Yeah.
Oh, it was so funny. All right,
That's
so
good.
beyond being May the 4th, the big news this week is Revenge of the Six.
But did Jeff finish telling? Was there anything that Jeff needed to finish about telling about his weekend?
Oh, I don't know. That's true. What did you talk about puppet building?
Maybe I don't know if it's the weekend, but yeah, it's pretty much up until this time, and I can't remember when I finished. The last time I worked on them, but I was working on the puppet this past week. So on the 4th, I did a bunch of work on them and such.
Oh, cool.
So
When last
and
we left
put 'em-
you with the puppet, you
Huh?
were talking about doing hemispheres.
yes, so but I ended up finishing up the puppet.
Oh, wow.
That, like, not all the way down. He's not done. I have things like I have to add his eyes. But that's the last thing I do. I still have to build his arms and hands
Okay.
and such. So, but otherwise, I got the rest of his body done, his head's together and everything. And I don't know if the camera, oh, excuse me, if the camera will see it, but here we go. I'll put him in front of me.
Oh, he shows up pretty well.
Yeah. So it's a different. It's still I like it, but
Yeah.
I think he's harder to move the bottom jaw than it is with Turk. So I don't know if it's
Okay.
just the way they designed this or what,
Maybe. And
but I'm probably
it's
gonna just do this instead because
okay.
I think if I don't use the little thing inside, I
Yeah.
can move it a lot easier.
Well, there
There's
might
like a
be.
little elastic thing there, so this is better.
Yeah, there might be a way to
Yeah.
modify that so that it's a little easier.
Yeah, I'm doing it this way. Well, if I put my thumb inside this little elastic band they maybe put in there,
Uh-huh.
and then it's hard as hell to move because my thumb isn't tiny. But if I put my thumb out of there like so, much easier.
Oh, right on.
Way easier. So that'll be doing that. I'll just ignore the crap that they maybe put in there.
Cool.
Anyway, but the other stuff's in there,
I
like the elastic on the top piece and stuff. So it's they wanted me to use things like there is a what do they call that? Basically, like it's like a cardboard
Uh-huh.
that you'd find, chipboard. It's
Yeah.
called. So they wanted me to use that for the mouth plate, and I did not want to because chipboard is it's junk. It's just gonna deteriorate and fall apart.
Right.
So I still had leftover leather from, gosh, like I think it was the first time I went to costume college. One of the classes I took was leatherworking, but I don't think it was Brayton Navy, but it was one where you could make a mask with the leather.
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, and I'm not sure where the mask is. It's probably going to go now. But,
Like, I have no idea what I
but
would
it's a
do
big
with a
piece
mask,
of leather.
but I've got the leftovers.
Yeah. So I use the leather for the mouth inside, and that'll last a while. And and they had other things like you're to put them together, use duct tape on the back. I'm like, duct tape. But- it's like what are you talking about? So like duct tape, and then they're supposed to
God.
stick the what you call it, the contact cement to it. And I'm like, it's not going to stick the
No.
duct tape, the backside of duct tape. So I had leftover felt from the hands and stuff.
Uh-huh.
They give you a certain amount of felt, so
Okay.
you can make the hands and such. So I took those, and I cut out the mouthpiece size I needed and put that on, and I'm pretty sure that'll last quite a bit, And it's like they tried in the last kit too. They had that duct tape. I'm like, why on earth would I use duct tape? So yeah, it's silly.
Yeah,
Other than
That's
that,
cool.
it's a good kit. But I'm like, what the heck, guys? Come on, duct
Well,
tape.
but at least you have the presence of mind. And look, this happens in every hobby. Like if you were cooking, right? They would
Yeah.
give you ingredients and things, and you have to adapt them to taste. Use better quality ingredients than they might be recommending or whatever.
Yeah.
Same thing here, where at least you're looking forward and going, from a longevity standpoint, their ideas are terrible. And
Yeah.
you're making
Like-
the
yeah.
appropriate substitutions while you're building it and not having to go back and fix it later.
Mm-hmm.
So good on
Yeah.
you. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what they did with Turk was the same thing. Here, use this cardboard or something. I'm not going to use cardboard. I'm not going to use plastic. I can't remember. I think I used for Turk was really thick, stiff felt
Right.
to go behind his little, as the pieces for his mouth. And I can't find that anymore. It's like I have to feel the felt.
Right.
I'd have to go probably out to the up in LA. I'd probably have to go
Oh,
out
the
to
garment district.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
find felt that's right, because I have to feel it in my hands to make sure it's right, because everywhere that I used to get it doesn't even have it anymore.
No.
Like the last place I got it was Michael's. They don't have it anymore. They just have crappy,
You know where you could
floppy
try?
bendable felt.
You could try, because you live in Orange, is you could go to M&L. They might have
Yeah, I
it.
can try them.
Yeah. And they also have vinyl and things like that
Yeah.
would make
I
a
think
decent
they are in
substitution.
Anaheim, I think.
They are, yeah, but
Not sure.
but they're close to you, closer than
Yeah.
the garment district in downtown LA.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I need to check there anyway to see what they have, because there's things I need to do other than a puppet that requires cloth from there. So
I have to
most
get
likely.
back to my Slimer puppet that I started.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do a puppet that looks like Slimer from the
Side
real
quest.
Ghostbusters. And the idea is when we do the Ghostbusters thing, we can work him, and he would be fun. But I want to make him out of foam, so he's really lightweight
Yeah.
and very squishy, because I think Slimer should be very squishy.
I have no desire to make a puppet at all.
You have me.
Yeah, see?
Colleen knows
Understand.
I'll do what
It
she
makes
wants. me
perfect
to do.
sense.
All right, so now let's talk about the cluster that was
Oh, my
the
God.
release of tickets for the Star Wars celebration coming up next year.
Right. So, in case you've been under a rock, Star Wars Celebration Los Angeles is coming up next year, April 1st through the 4th, at the LA Convention Center. It is the 50th anniversary of the original Star Wars film. It's the first time the convention has been in Los Angeles since 2007, when it was here for the 30th anniversary. And, of course, it's been in Anaheim a couple of times since then. And they've done London, they've done Japan, they've done Orlando, they've done all sorts of other places, Chicago. But it's back here in LA. And whenever it comes to LA, I feel a certain responsibility towards it. And we're trying to get our various groups acknowledged by Reed Pop, but it's been really quiet over there. So it's less than a year away, and we haven't heard anything about displaying various groups. And this includes the 501st and the Rebel Legion, our car group, Road Squadron, and everybody's getting a little antsy about it. And of course, May the 4th just happened, and everybody's like, yay,
Yep.
Star Wars, big global celebration of Star Wars, right? Everybody's feeling pretty good. They're excited for this ticket release. A lot of these people are used to buying tickets for Dragon Con. They're used to buying tickets for San Diego Comic-Con, things like this where it gets a little hairy. Sometimes there's a lottery and things like that. And so, of course, they said that this was going to happen 12 noon Pacific time. Tickets were going to open. Go to the website.
Ouch.
And people were ready. They had, I saw pictures of some of my friends. They had their desktop, their tablet, their cell phone, anything that could possibly connect to the internet. They had it open to that page, and they were like, click, 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 trying to get in. And once you did get in, you got a little progress bar telling you when you were going to get to buy your tickets, that had a little like walking guy on it, which somebody at Celebration's going to have like ribbons or patches or something with this little progress bar and a little walking guy going, I survived the ticket buy or whatever.
Yeah, I know. That's ridiculous.
But the problem was that some of these people didn't get in, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Some of these people waited 5 to 6 hours, and when they got in, they didn't get tickets. Some of the people got in at 4 hours, put tickets in their cart, and when they went to check out, their tickets were gone, and they couldn't buy tickets. It was kind of crazy. And so the tickets were expensive-ish. They were like, there was the $1,200 Jedi experience, which was the VIP experience, and those sold out really fast. And then for the 4 days, it was, what was it, $250 for the 4 days? Something like that. If you were a kid, you got cheaper ones and whatnot. And I will go on record here. I've been griping about one of the decisions that they made. And in retrospect, in thinking about it, it was probably an okay decision, except it was implemented poorly. And the decision was this. You were allowed to buy up to 20 tickets. Now, most families do not have 20 people in them. Most families aren't going to need more than 8 tickets.
Yeah.
But I thought about why they might want to set it for 20 tickets, and I think it was a planning issue. And I think it was this. So, if you got, let's say you have a family of 4, okay? If you bought 4 weekend tickets, that was all you needed for your family. You could get 4 tickets and go away, and that would be fine. If the 4-day tickets were sold out for those same 4 people, you were going to need to buy 16 tickets. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for each member that was going. And so I feel like they probably set it for people who were going to end up buying daytime tickets.
Wait, they didn't have packs of like the whole
They
thing?
did, but they sold out. They were limited,
Okay.
which is dumb. You would think that would be as open as possible. But they had some tickets that were set for 4 days. You could get the entire weekend as one package. And then when those were sold out, you could only get individual days. Like our old neighbor Dustin got a like a Thursday night ticket, I think, and 2 Sunday tickets. And couldn't get anything for the other days. Friday, Saturday, no. And that was all he was allowed to buy because that was all that was available when he got there. But I think part of the problem is that with this 20 ticket limit, they didn't set it for just the individual days. I think you could buy 20 weekend tickets at one time, because we're seeing some of these tickets show up for $6,000 online.
Yep. Yeah.
Apparently, Reed or Disney or somebody is trying to shut these people down as they appear. But anyway, it was just insane. And I, of course, the majority of my friends on Facebook are Star Wars fans. So many people I'm seeing who are like, OG Star Wars fans like me. We were there as kids in the 70s, and we've been diehard Star Wars fans for 50 years. They didn't get in. They're not going.
Yep.
They can't find tickets, and they shouldn't have to spend more than the face value of those tickets to get in.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's crazy. So all of this goodwill from May the 4th that was built up just 2 days earlier for the international celebration of Star Wars Pun Day has exploded. It's all gone. People are mad at Disney, they're mad at Lucasfilm, and they're especially mad at Reed Pop, who people have been saying for a while should not be running these conventions anymore. I've had my own issues with Reed Pop. I've had good experiences with them too, and I've had bad experiences with them. It really does depend on the show and the convention and who's involved with it and who they get to help. Anyway, and so I'll full disclosure, I didn't even try, because I figured that if our car group doesn't get into display, I'm just not going to go.
Yeah.
I'll go hang out in front of the convention center and say hi to my friends as they walk out. It's kind of the idea that people do. They don't go to the high school reunion. They go to the bar in the hotel lobby at the high school reunion and just see their friends as they come out. That's my plan. But oh my God, any of you folks that tried to get these, I feel for you so badly.
Don said that he bought a child's ticket because that was all that was left.
Really?
Just so that he could buy the merch.
Right.
So, Eric, it's harder to do LobbyCon at a convention center.
Yeah. You can't even get into the lobby.
Yeah.
You have to stand out in front. Now, as near as I can tell, the entire LA convention can hold about 100,000 people. If they take part of it, it can hold up to 75,000 people. Apparently, 125,000 were in Japan for the last one. So they had like a lot of people.
That's a lot of folks.
This one coming up, there's a lot of people who were really excited to travel from other places around the world to get to Japan. There are fewer people who want to travel from around the world to get to the United States because of issues. So, I know a lot of people who would normally come to this event who didn't even try because they're like, I'm not flying to the U.S. And as near as I can tell also, I believe the only reason it is not at the Anaheim Convention Center, which many, many people love as a convention location, the only reason it isn't there is because the Anaheim Convention Center was booked for 2027. That is what I believe forced the move to LA. And I think LA will be fine. They're much more ready for it now than they were 20 years ago. 20 years ago, they didn't have the hotels. They didn't have LA Live. They didn't have they had some basic food places like IHOP and Denny's or something. It's much better now. They're really ready for it, I think. And there are trains that you can take to the convention center that you can get a hotel anywhere along the train route and just take the train in, things like that. So we'll see. It's just kind of heartbreaking how badly this went. And I don't feel bad for Disney or Lucasfilm or Reed. I feel bad for the fans in that same way that I felt bad for the fans who couldn't get into Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con when they were thanking all the diehard fans that have been with them for so long since the original Star Wars, and none of those people could get in because they couldn't spend the night on the sidewalk. Yeah. I mean, face it, we're getting old. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a little bit, but you know.
Yeah, just kind of nuts. But anyway, let's see how they handle this, what they do with it. Like I said, we haven't heard from Reed about whether we're displaying or not. I've done panels for them. We put our cars on display. I'm glad to do any of those things, which really fits in more with my philosophy of doing conventions anyway, where Colleen and myself and oftentimes Jeff, we have to kind of have a job there. We have to be doing something to go. Otherwise, we're kind of bored. So, I don't know. So, obviously, Colleen and Jeff and I didn't try to do it. Looking through the chat here, I don't see anybody that was really fighting their way through, but beyond Dawn. Phil said it was $260 was the cost of the weekend ticket, and I knew it was something like that. But I don't know. It just seemed harder than it needed to be.
I'm glad that we didn't have to partake of the drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very specifically, I didn't want to do that. But my friends on Facebook, man, it's so frustrating to watch them fight. And now they're just like, Reed Pop must die. And I can't say I blame them. So just a weird bit of history. When Star Wars Celebration came to Los Angeles in 2007, we worked really hard to get it here. And the local fans, the city of Los Angeles, whom I think gave them the convention center for like $1. And they wined and dined them. They took them on a helicopter trip. They took them to Kings games and Lakers games and stuff. All of that kind of. They really, really wanted it there. We came down to the convention center. I had my car in one of the halls for scale. I parked in there. We met Mary Franklin, who was then part of fan relations for Lucasfilm. At the top of the escalator when she came up, she started laughing because she looked at me. She's like, "Why did I know you would be here?" And we gave her tour, and at the time in 2006, I guess when we were doing this, the people running Celebration were Gen Con. Gen Con is known for running gaming conventions, and they'd run the first couple of Star Wars Celebrations, and they seemed okay to me. I didn't think, but Lucasfilm wasn't happy with them for some reason, and this was going to be their last shot to get it right. And whatever happened with the convention, I think Lucasfilm just wasn't that thrilled with them, and they replaced them with Reed Pop, who has been doing it for 20 years. There's part of me that wonders, because there's so much aggravation with Reed Pop on the fan scale, if this isn't a similar situation replaying itself, where they're going to come here, this is Reed Pop's last shot, and if they don't do well, they're going to get replaced by somebody else.
Hopefully, doesn't he?
Well, see, and that's the thing. Mary Franklin was terrific at organization, and she had been running these cons with Reed Pop. She left quite a while ago. She also used to do the Lucasfilm booths down at San Diego Comic-Con, and the Lucasfilm had a village. They always had a village. All of their book publications, their game companies, their toy companies, everything was in one giant block. They had the biggest booth block in the San Diego Comic-Con map. And so Mary knew what was what. She's like super competent woman, managed to be incredibly nice at the same time. She got problem solved. It's just nothing but respect for Mary, who then was asked by Disney, hey, wow, you're good at this. Could you teach us? And she did. She taught Disney how to run conventions. And our hope at the time, and we might have talked about it on the show back in the day, our hope at the time was that Disney was going to get so excited about running conventions that they would basically do a rotating convention every year. Year 1 would be D23. Year 2 would be Star Wars. Year 3 would be Marvel. And they would just repeat that ad infinitum with the fans of these franchises. And so every 3 years, you got a Marvel con. Every 3 years, you got a Star Wars con. Every 3 years, you had a D23. So that didn't come to pass. They took all of this knowledge that they got, and they threw it at D23. And D23 got better. A lot of people really like it as a convention. They think it's pretty well run. There isn't the big fight over merch. You still have to fight over tickets, which was just like a month ago or something. Didn't do that either. But I don't see as many people complaining about D23 as they are about Star Wars. So apparently it went considerably better than this did. And I don't know. I miss the old days. I certainly miss Mary Franklin, who has gone on to work for Crunchyroll and is doing anime stuff these days. She was just a tremendous presence in keeping Star Wars and Disney on the straight and narrow.
Disney D23 tickets are still available. But you have to be a gold member to purchase them.
Oh, well, there you go. Maybe I'll do that. See when my friends are going. I hope this all solves itself. I mean, I don't have a solution. What about you guys? You have any ideas?
I don't know why it was so crazed, so I don't have any ideas. I mean...
I would imagine what they'd want to do is, golly, limit the number of tickets.
I mean, here I'm just looking at the D23 ticket buying guide, and the first thing it says is that tickets purchased from unauthorized sources may not be valid, and D23 is unable to honor, replace, or refund invalid tickets. Tickets from third-party resale sites or social media may be fraudulent and will not be accepted at the event.
Yeah.
So
they don't tell you not to do it. They say if you choose to explore those options, we strongly encourage extreme caution.
Right.
Yeah. So Celebration, what they could have done, and they didn't obviously, was that if you're buying tickets, then each ticket goes to a person. So that person has to use that ticket.
Right.
That's what they could do.
They are non-transferable tickets.
Present an ID when you came up with your ticket or whatever.
Sure.
So, and then it would have made that would have made it fair, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, even if it's just the purchaser. So we have had people that we know get in trouble for taking one of these after dark tickets and then trying to sell that to another person.
Because they couldn't use their ticket. It wasn't like they bought a whole bunch of them.
Right. They
just found out that they weren't going to be able to go, so they wanted to recoup the money they spent.
Right. They live out of state. They thought they were going to be here and be able to go. They weren't able to do it, so they just wanted... And the thing that's really funny, if they'd given it to somebody it probably wouldn't have been too much of a problem. I think it was that Disney got wind that they were selling it. And
Ooh.
and that was, I think it went up on eBay or something like that. But it was at cost. It was like, look, we're not going to take any profit off of it. We just want to put it into the hands of someone who's going to use it and get our money back. And that caused all sorts of problems for these poor guys. And it was like at least a year's worth of grief for these folks.
Yeah.
And if they're that serious about like one night at the Disney park, why are they not that serious about something like Star Wars Celebration? And look, if you buy tickets for your family, and the paterfamilias walks up with his ID and says, "This is my family. I bought these tickets," that should be acceptable. You're not going to buy them and gift them to your friends generally.
Kit said that
No.
D23 was crap. Is that Kit? Is that the buying the tickets, or was that the last time you went? It was crap.
Right. Or was that when D23 was crap before Mary Franklin got to these people?
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But,
More
that's what I mean.
details.
There's other places where you buy tickets and you have to put a name down. Like there are other kind of events where you have to put someone's name down for each ticket. You literally have to put the information in.
Yeah.
And that if they did that for this, we wouldn't have this problem.
You know what you
literally
could
would not be this problem.
You know what you could buy a membership to instead of buying a membership to one of these conventions is you can now get a founding membership at the Lucas Museum of Cultural Arts. Narrative Arts, sorry.
Narrative arts, yeah.
Yeah.
It that would be pretty good. It's a founding membership. Is that like a lifetime thing?
I'm
is it
sure
just
it's not
a
a
year?
lifetime thing. I think it's a year.
Oh, because I mean, if it were a lifetime thing, that might be.
I mean,
kind of amazing.
there might be a lifetime thing on here, but it's probably one of the more expensive options.
I'm sure.
$600.
No.
Okay, so founding access member is $140. You get a lifetime founding member recognition. And then it says free admission for one member and one guest. Doesn't just say for 1 year.
Huh.
But I have to imagine that that's really what it means. But you get a founding member card, which is digital, a founding member pin, priority access to book tickets, access to member previews, pre-sale access to retail product drops, and a 10% discount.
Huh.
I feel. I mean, this very much might be. Enjoy lifetime recognition, it says.
Yeah, lifetime founding member recognition.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
But it doesn't say.
That's cool.
I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, see what chunk of change that is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but if that's like forever,
Doubtful.
I think that would be pretty cool. It would be worth it. One of the things I find interesting about this is that I've been talking to these guys for years as this museum has been planned. I've tried to get jobs there too, by the way. And so I've interviewed with these guys also. They are adamant about how this is not a Star Wars museum, not a Star Wars museum, not a Star Wars museum. And one of their primary pictures is like them putting C-3PO on a mannequin. Because they have to have some stuff. One of the reasons I'm so interested in this museum is because I've had the opportunity to see a lot of these artworks in person at various George Lucas properties, which is amazing. And I can't wait for them to sort of like show all of these things off to people. And because I mean, seeing Norman Rockwell stuff in person, seeing Ralph McQuarrie stuff in person, Mobius and N.C. Wyeth and all of these like amazing pieces of it. He's got Alphonse Mucha art, and It's just, it's amazing stuff. And it doesn't do anybody any good if it just sits in George's properties.
Yep.
So this museum's going to be, I can't believe all those places passed on it. San Francisco, Chicago, all these other places they were going to put the museum passed on it. And here it is, like a stone's throw from USC, where George went to school.
Oh, it is per year.
It
by
is
the way.
per year.
The
Okay.
founding membership.
Got it. There are
the
many.
membership part, yeah.
So there's an access, a social, an insider, and an alliance.
Yeah, and they're all per year.
They go for $140 to $600. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, $140, you get your name on something for a while.
Right? Something like that. Hey, I got a piece of chalk, man. I can make that happen. Anyway, it's exciting that this thing is finally gonna open, and of course it will be open by the time Celebration rolls around, if people show up. I just love that in here I'll show you guys this picture so you know what I'm talking about. I love that the museum, even though George is best known for Star Wars, looks like the Orville, or it looks like the Voyager from Star Trek. It looks like a very Star Trek-y kind of space. The NSEA Protector from Galaxy Quest. It's got that kind of a vibe.
I mean, it reminds me a little bit of the underwater city of the Gungans.
A little bit, yeah. It's very organic. So this area that you're looking at right here, and I don't know what's with the orange lines on everything. They're really good. They're like, I'm artsy, and so they're putting orange lines all over everything. This area used to be 2 parking lots, and basically, I think they put parking underneath the museum, and then built the museum up on top, and they got rid of these 2 parking lots, and we're seeing, I think, the the east side of the museum. If you were looking at the other view, the L.A. Memorial Coliseum is right on the other side of this. And to the north side of this is our Museum of Natural History and the California Science Center, where we do lots and lots of events. So it's pretty neat. This is that C-3PO picture. They're like, no, we're not going to do Star Wars. Right, more orange scribbles.
Is ever going to have all they're going to have like neon around it, orange neon?
That's
around
right.
Everything.
Everything you buy in the gift store is going to have orange attached to it. Very, very funny. So, anyway, it's I'm looking forward to it. They really do have a lot of neat art to show, and like I said, it doesn't do any good if George keeps it in a vault.
Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck style.
Yeah.
Do you want to do Star Wars history and stuff, Jeff?
Yeah, I got like
there's not much.
16 minutes left of the show today.
I know we've been talking all this other stuff.
Let's zip through this real quick, hopefully. Sydney Walker was born on May 5th, 1921. That was the voice of Deej Warwick in Caravan of Courage.
Deej Warwick. He was the little weird creature with the teeth?
I think so. Well, is Deej was I think Deej was not an Ewok, even though it's saying Deej Warwick, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I feel like he's this little. Oh, I gotta look him up now.
Yeah, because I thought Deej was the little guy. He's like a weird furry guy, but not an Ewok.
Right. He's.
Unless
I guess he is an Ewok. Apparently, he is an Ewok.
Yeah. So Deej is probably the Ewok, and the other one's like, I think his name was like Deke with a K.
Yeah. Teak, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't watched that in so long. I have it on DVD.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah. But seeing it, the picture, I was like, But, so Sydney Walker, also known for only 32 roles. Not a huge chunk of stuff.
Maybe he was a stage guy.
Yeah. He played Fezziwig in Christmas, in one of the Christmas carols. So
Oh, right on.
TV one. So there you go. Captain Zebro. He played like I don't know. He was in 5 episodes, playing different characters.
Nice.
Some old, probably local sci-fi TV show. You know, Captain Zero, which is probably what my grandfather was talking about. Okay. The second one is May 5th, 1948. We have David Michelin. That's here, Michelini. He worked on the Star Wars comic run at Marvel, around Empire, basically.
Oh, okay.
And of course, since he did Marvel, he worked on Spider-Man and, Jonah, DC did Jonah Hex, did Iron Man. Yeah, I mean, yeah. He worked on an awful lot of stuff.
And he did it as a writer,
and with
right?
Todd.
He was a writer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he worked with Todd McFarlane too. So that's why there's like for Venom and whatnot stuff. So
right.
Yeah. So a lot of really cool stuff for that guy.
Sweet.
But yeah. I wonder what that is. I'm gonna look it up. And then the other part of history. There's we have which I grabbed this just before the show. May 7th, 1983 is when they got an advanced screening of Return of the Jedi that was held at the Coronet Theater in San Francisco for Lucasfilm employees and family.
Nice.
Yeah. Pretty nifty. May 5th, year 2000. That's when the Star Wars weekend started for the first time at MGM Studios. And our last one is Celebration 2. Was, let's see, May 3rd, 2002, apparently, in Indianapolis.
So we have just enough time to talk about the 50 greatest Star Wars characters of all time.
Right on. According to Empire Magazine in the UK.
Yeah, and I think Empire Magazine in the UK is on crack.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't agree
probably.
with their... I only looked at the top 10. I don't know how many do you want to look at in our 15
I mean,
minutes.
the top 10's pretty good.
I could do the top 20 if you want. Or is it top 10 enough?
No, top 10 is good.
Okay, so top 10. I don't know. Are you planning to show these, Sean?
Sure. I will show these. Hang on a second. Let me pop these over. Get rid of Ryan Johnson.
I actually think you should do the top 20.
Okay.
Because there are some characters that should be in the top 10 that are in the top 20 instead.
They're in the top 20.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we will start. Oh, yeah. This is number 20? Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Pachow. There you go.
Now, I don't, because of my delay, I don't see the screen.
So number 20 is
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
Yep. Man.
So did you think Darth
Number
Maul should
20.
be higher or lower?
I thought he would be higher.
You'll be surprised when you see what is higher.
Probably.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right. Number 19 is a droid.
BB-8.
Of course. Of course
I
he
like
is, because he's
BB-8.
cute, makes little cute noises.
Oh,
like
he's
very
adorable.
cute.
He's a Swiss Army knife, man. I love
Yeah.
droids.
Droids are awesome.
Ooh, 18 is Sean's favorite.
Right. Yeah. Look, I know a lot of people love Ahsoka.
Yeah.
But so somebody was commenting the other day about how Luke Skywalker, not everything had to be about the Skywalkers, and that we're getting so much Skywalker stuff, and like that should stop, and we should move on to something else. And I feel like we have moved on to something else, but I feel like we're getting too much Ahsoka stuff.
Yeah.
Because, and look, I love Dave Filoni. I think he's incredible. Hey, we're both born in Pittsburgh. We've done events with him. He's really terrific. Very creative. And he worked with George Lucas, so he knows kind of George's flow. But, like, Ahsoka is becoming the most powerful Jedi in the universe and just kicking everybody's butt. And I don't feel any stakes for her. I'm not worried she's going to die or anything like that. And she's just
I
like
the Ahsoka before she became all that. Like before they started doing the baby Ahsoka adventures and the recent Ahsoka TV show.
She was good in Rebels.
I liked her in Rebels.
Yeah.
And I probably would have liked her in Clone Wars had I liked Clone Wars, but I didn't. So
Clone Wars is very much about her journey as a Padawan and whatever, from when she like starts with them to the time she like leaves the Jedi Order. It's an interesting path.
really quickly, someone reached out to me earlier this week or maybe last week with a asking me if what they'd been hearing online was true, that they were ditching the sequels and going back to the original, like going back to the original movies for all of the upcoming stuff. And I'm like, no.
No,
They aren't. I think you're looking at what's happening at Disneyland and thinking that
that's what
the
I was going to
entire
say.
Star
Is
Wars
that's a
universe.
Galaxy's Edge thing that I think people are conflating with the entertainment side of things.
17 is good.
Yes, it is. Lando Calrissian.
Yeah.
All right, good old Billy D. I feel like he should be higher on that list too.
Yeah.
At least he's above 45.
Right.
You know.
Either Billy D or Donald Glover. I think they both killed it.
Well, it does say both of them here. Like
Yeah.
it does, and it says, "Why you slimy double-crossing, no good swindler," is the iconic quote.
Nice.
Yes.
Each one of these characters has an iconic quote.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 16.
Din Djarin, the Mandalorian himself,
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
played by Pedro Pascal and Brendan Wayne, who is John Wayne's grandson, isn't he?
Oh.
I think so, yeah.
Lateef Crowder and Barry Lowen. Wasn't Brendan Wayne the replacement Captain America in one of the TV series?
Oh, my computer.
Maybe I'm
is
wrong.
being-
I'll have to look that up.
Replacement.
Yeah, he was.
Captain America?
Remember who was he? The Patriot. There was like a guy who took over for Captain America in one of the Marvel series, and I thought.
Oh,
it
you
was,
mean the new Marvel series?
Yeah.
No, that was Wyatt Russell.
Wyatt
Yeah,
Russell.
he
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
have any Marvel stuff in his brief
Oh, okay. Got it.
description.
Number 15. Ian McDermott. Emperor
Somehow
Palpatine.
he got number 15.
Somehow, Palpatine is 15.
Well, but also Sam Witwer. Did you say him?
And Tim Curry.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Who was in the Clone Wars. That's pretty funny.
Unlimited power.
Unlimited power. You gotta spit when you say that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
shouldn't be the one doing the quotes.
Number 14. Everybody's favorite Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Iconic quote. Okay. Yeah, okay. Number 14 for Grogu. Not bad.
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
I'm sorry, this is BS.
What is it?
No love for Yaddle.
That Anakin Skywalker,
Is 13?
yes.
Yeah, he's
But-
way older.
What?
He's way older than 13.
Oh. He's on this list twice.
What?
What? Oh,
Oh,
yeah, true.
oh,
Yeah,
because of...
yeah, I see what
right.
you mean, yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Lame.
Yeah.
They should have showed the Anakin Skywalker with the smiley face or something first for this part, and then go to the other one.
Right,
Come on,
right.
guys.
Yeah. Okay, he's played by Hayden Christensen, Jake Lloyd, Sebastian Shaw, and Matt Lanter.
Right. Well,
And-
Sebastian Shaw in the
Return of the
edited
Jedi.
version.
Yeah.
And Matt Lanter we like, though.
Yeah, we like Matt Lanter a lot.
Yeah.
Sean, what's his iconic quote?
I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire.
So there, you have to flounce when you say it.
Neener, neener, neener.
Number 12. Running out of time.
Kenny Baker, Deep Roy, Jimmy V as R2-D2.
Number 11.
Cassian Andor, played by Diego Luna and no one else.
Yeah.
I'd rather die trying than to take them down than die giving them what they want.
Number 10.
Yeah.
Ray
Ray. Played by-
Skywalker.
Daisy Ridley.
She changed her name.
I am all the Jedi. I don't have the English accent that she does.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
just pretend you're like, you're like the, what's her name? God, from like Harry Potter,
Oh, Hermione?
Yeah, just do that voice and you got it.
Just be Hermione, right?
Right. I don't think I'm better
Yeah.
at Hermione than I am at Ray.
Number
9.
Number 9 is Obi-Wan Kenobi, played by
Number 9.
Alec Guinness, Ewan McGregor, James Arnold Taylor.
Number 9.
Iconic quote.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Oh, man, should have been hello there. I don't know.
I know, right? That is his thing. Oh my God. I walked all around Disneyland, and every time people would go, "It's Obi-Wan Kenobi," all I had to do was look at them and go, "Hello there." And oh my God, they fell over. They thought it was the best freaking thing ever.
That's funny.
I spent all this time memorizing all of Obi-Wan Kenobi dialogue. I didn't have to do anything but that.
Grogu's
See?
quote was Patu. Don, who asked that.
Yeah, I said it, but not very well.
Yeah.
Chewbacca.
Oh, I love
played
his
by
quote.
Peter Mayhew and Junice Suotomo.
Do you want to do this quote, Jeff?
Let's quote.
There you go.
Hey, that was great.
Okay, there we go.
Number 7.
Kylo Ren.
So I disagree that Kylo Ren deserves number 7.
Me too.
Kylo
I
Ren?
don't think that he's better than some of the people that have been earlier.
No.
I
Played
know.
by
Where's
Adam
Wedge?
Driver.
You know?
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to.
And then this one really, I don't get this at all. Number 6.
I liked this character, but I'm not sure
Luthen
he
Rael?
deserves to be number 6.
How many people, if you said, hey, do you know Luthen Rael from Star Wars? How many people, what percentage would actually know Luthen Rael, and
Very
what
few.
percentage would
Nobody.
know
Right.
R2-D2?
Now, however,
Or Lando.
Right.
Everybody knows
Yeah.
Lando.
I would accept in this slot Mon Mothma.
Yeah, Mon Mothma's not in. You're not going to see her here.
Really?
She's.
I
I
know.
didn't look at the rest
The
of the
heck,
list,
man.
but she's not in the top 20.
Yeah. Well, it's
Wow.
Empire, man, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Played by Stellan Skarsgård, and he's very good. It's just
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that there are other Star Wars characters that are more
There we go.
memorable.
he-
Oh, that's the.
He says, I burn my life to make a sunrise I know I'll never see.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Yoda, played by
Mm.
Frank Oz and
Is-
Tom Kane
Is this the
and Sean
Is
Crosby.
this Yoda picture from the picture though? Is that
Episode
Last
8.
Jedi, or is that?
It's
Right.
episode 8.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
weird. He's a little pudgy. He put on some weight
Yeah.
as a ghost, which was weird.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
he
you know,
looked at
of
who
course.
was running the Empire
Right.
and started eating sheet cake.
Seriously.
We've all been there.
Right. There must be a Costco in the Jedi Force
Right.
afterlife.
Yeah, it's probably it. Yeah.
Do
Yeah, there you
or do not. There is no try.
Number 4, Leia Organa, played by Carrie Fisher.
Oh, I got
Okay,
you.
that's acceptable.
Why, you stuck-up,
Yay.
half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Who's scruffy?
Number 3.
Luke Skywalker, played by Mark
3.
Hamill and no one
Number 3.
else. I am a Jedi like my father before me, is his quote.
And here, number 2, Darth Vader.
Of course.
I don't think that Anakin and Darth should have their own spots.
No,
Yeah.
that's
It's-
that's
yeah.
dumb.
Played
Yeah.
by David Prowse, Daniel Naprouse, and Spencer Wilding in Rogue One, voiced by James Earl Jones.
Right. His quote is, of course, "No, I am your father."
Yeah.
And the number 1 Star Wars character, according to Empire Magazine, is Han Solo.
Han Solo.
Played by Harrison Ford and Alden Ehrenreich.
Man.
Jeff, with the quote.
Me? Oh, yeah. Never tell me the odds.
There you go.
So anyway, yeah, I
Or
disagree with some of these.
Conversely, it's not that kind of movie, kid. Can I say, I know that we're a few past this,
Yeah.
that Mark Hamill is helping Barack Obama promote the Obama Presidential Center.
It's everything,
Yeah.
you guys.
It is so funny. Go look at it. It's like Mark Hamill and President Obama hanging out, and they are just
funny.
funny and charming and everything. Obama, the one I saw today was Obama talking to Mary Lou, who is Mark's wife, and talking about the kind of BS that Michelle talks about him. And it's because Mark's like, hey, we've been together for 47 years, and so I guess it's working out. And Obama looks over at her and says, Michelle says that it's just, there's just not enough time to train a new one.
Yeah.
Mon Mothma was number 21 on the
Oh,
list.
wow. See, almost. Man.
No, I don't know. I think
She
she's-
should have been at least 20 or 19 because
I
because
think
of the
she
whole,
should have been higher than Luthen Rail.
Vader and
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I would have accepted that number 6 slot for sure for her. Because especially with Andor and all that kind of stuff, she kicked butt and took names. And the actress who played her in the subsequent series, she just went through the gamut. We saw so much from her, watching her succeed and fail and flail, and she just kicked butt.
She was played by Genevieve O'Reilly.
Yes.
And Catherine Blakiston.
Catherine Blakiston was in Return of the Jedi, and everything else after that, including cut scenes from the prequel series. And kudos to them for casting her in the prequels and then bringing her back so many years later in this.
She wasn't in Clone Wars?
No, I don't think so.
Weird.
I thought we had Mon Mothma in Rebels.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But it may have been Genevieve in Rebels. So.
Doing the voice of it. Who knows?
Yeah.
I forgot that
She was in both of
I was going
those.
to tell you something.
Okay.
On May the 4th.
Before you do, real quick, let me just remind people, since we're kind of going over time a little bit here, that you're listening to Sci-Fi.radio over on the radio side of things. That's our URL, Sci-Fi.radio. You could be watching us on Twitch or Facebook or YouTube, all of those places. This show is Docking Bay 94. And I'm Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby.
Jeff Donoho.
I'm calling Kaylee Crosby.
And shout out to Kit, who's doing all of our links and stuff and does our show thing, and whom I didn't mention in the last hour. So there you go. Okay, Jeff, May the 4th.
It was just a real quick thing. On Autopia, there's 2 places that you can talk on a loudspeaker to the guests.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The first is the Y utility, it's called, and that's basically you're talking to whatever track 1 and 2 or track 3 and 4. That's who you're typically talking to, or everyone in general that's coming back in their vehicles with the cars.
Okay.
So, at the end of the night, near the end of the night, I was there, so I started doing Yoda.
That's great.
Yeah, you know.
You give us a sample?
It was something. It was like let me think here. I think it was like welcome back, you back, I do from your journey, the kind of thing, and. A parking spot you will find, stuff like that. And so, and I don't know if they heard me. They probably did, or just were so tired.
Nobody
like,
mentioned it? That's really funny.
Whatever, buddy.
Bump the car in front of you. You will not.
Yes, exactly. So that's the kind of stuff I was saying.
Oh, that's cool.
Literally doing Yoda speak backwards with Yoda, the speak.
Awesome.
And then at the other place is the over by the Matterhorn. So there's a spot where someone stands, and they're mostly just there because there's a gate in the back by the Matterhorn.
Oh yeah, I know that spot. It's under the
goes through that
monorail
gate.
track.
Yeah, and the track splits there too. It's like one tracks 3 and 4 will split off to one direction. 1 and 2 will go off the other direction. They all end up at the same spot, but. And there's that. So I just wait. At the end of the night, I was over there, and we had people going from track 2 is the one we had open, and they would go back around, go over the bridge, and go back over the drop off. And so as they were hitting the back of the bridge, I was, may the force be with you. Let's say, well, but. When zipped off down there. I don't think, and I don't know if they heard it. I know the people that wandering by probably heard it next to the Matterhorn.
Oh, that's cool.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I was not there to see that.
That would have been really neat.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And Greg was like, I told Greg, he's like, oh, I want to do the Yoda, but they won't let me. He's like, oh, and he's like, okay, I'll do it then. He's like, he was upset I wasn't going to do it because they told me not to do voices like that. I'm like, he's all, okay, I'll do it then for tonight.
Whatever.
What are they going to do?
Right. It's a special
Yeah.
night, so
Yeah.
that's really funny. We have some stuff that we were going to cover that we'll save for next week, like
Yep.
looking at the Met fashions and things like that. I think that's worth saving over till next week. If you've stuck with us this late, thank you for doing it. We appreciate your company, and we do this for you. So when you're here, we're very grateful that you are. In the meantime, don't forget Sci-Fi.radio has a brand new, lovely website. Go check it out. Also, we broadcast 24/7 movie music, anime music. There's a Google Doodle today regarding K-pop. We play a lot of K-pop and stuff. And then, of course, I do the morning show. The morning show is music history and birthdays and things like that. And I'm always pleased to have you join me from 9 in the morning to 11 Pacific time. So make the adjustment for your local time zone. Otherwise, if you've been watching us on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook, thank you so much. If there's a way to like us or subscribe or do anything like that, please do. We're always grateful to know that you guys have been tuning in, and that's how we know. And have a terrific week, and we'll see you at the next one.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, folks.
All right.
Till the spire.
Till the spire. Ignite the spark.
Gotta say it.
All right. Credits over there for you TV folk. See ya, video people.